Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist. And a while ago you might have remembered that we built this little guy. This is a Smartport to SD, made by Kero's Mac Mods. Super cool little device, super cheap. I think it was 30 bucks at the time. Lets you use an SD card. Lots of functionality for your old Apple IIs. So I have a couple Apple IIes on the bench, on the Big Bad Bench here. That we're going to be testing with today. And so basically you could put drive images on here, and there's a little eject button, and you can switch between your drive images, and it's, it's a very cool device. Lets you a lot of functionality for cheap. And so if we look at this, we got the V2, big old V2 down there. Look at that. What's different here? Does anyone notice anything kind of different about these two? So as you're noticing those and maybe taking a look at other stuff that's here on the Big Bad Bench, let me say hi to folks in the chat. We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. We got Alan Gracia. Hello, friend. I haven't seen you in a while. We got Callan. We got All Things DG, I803866SX, Jamie's Hack Shack, Lazy Blue Goat, Jack68K, Mr. Tech Gadget. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Bree Standard. So speaking of Jamie's Hack Shack, he's good at building cool kits like we're going to be doing today. And he just has a new video out, I think it was yesterday. And so make sure to go check out Jamie's Hack Shack and see his new kit that he's building. Oh, and K Koba himself is here. Hello, Kay. Thank you for stopping by today. And so, yeah, Kay is the maker of this fun little device that we're going to be building and testing here today. And Gutbomb is here. Hello, Gutbomb. So, speaking of K Koba, he's got an awesome website that has all kinds of cool Mac stuff. And so I was placing an order. He has some of the best floppy eject gears that you're going to find out there on the interweb. So I got some of those floppy gears because God knows we have enough floppy drives here that we rebuild. I've been needing some VRAM sims. And so these are some faster 60 nanosecond VRAM sims if you have your Macs that you want to overclock. And so these are 512K 60 nanosecond VRAM sims. Really useful for Mac stuff, so I needed a couple of these, so I got those. And then also I've been wanting to get a Raminator for my Mac 512K because I haven't done a whole lot with my 512K, and so I ordered up that kit, and so that was awesome. And then Kay was like, "Hey, do you want to check this thing out that I'm making, the V2 of the SPIISD?" And I said, heck yeah. So here we are with the new Smartport to SD. And so there's the old guy, here's the new guy. And so let me show you what this looks like when we turn it on. Let me show you the other thing we're going to be looking at today. Starbuck Tech is here. Hello. I just recently got this Apple IIc. I thought my Apple IIc was bad. I have not retro brighted this one. The camera is sort of whitening it. It's pretty yellow. The keyboard, the membrane thing, the rubber thing behind it is kind of degrading, and so this thing needs to be redone, but it works fine. But this just showed up, and so you can see in comparison. This one has some coloration to it. And so we're going to check this one today and see if it works. And so, yeah, so let's plug this in. And let's go in and do a little zoom in. Let's do a little zoom in. All right, so this part is the same between the old version and the other one. This just gets you your external floppy connector to the Smartport. There's our new V2. So let's plug that in and show you what happens, because this is freaking cool. All right, and that flickering is due to my camera, not this. You don't see that in person. But there's a freaking screen. There's a freaking screen on this thing. And so we'll talk about what that screen gets you and why that's such a nice upgrade for the V2 compared to the V1 once we get this thing built. So yeah, let's show you that again. Look at that. That is cool. And so I don't have an SD card in here right now, so that's why we're getting that error message. Some coloration. Yes, all the yellow. This new 2C has all of the yellow. So let's set that aside. Let's set our 2Cs aside and let's build this guy. You know I love building stuff here. Hey, Thomas Armstrong. Yes. We had awful weather here last night. Oh, there's our old version. Let's set you up over here. You can keep an eye on us as we're building the new one. This goes to this goes to this, that goes there. Here's this guy. All right, what all do we have here? We've got an LED. The old one did not really have an LED. There's LEDs on the Arduino Nano. That's LEDs, or one LED. Here's a diode. Here's a resistor. Here's a little connector dealy that's going to be for the screen. And here's our SD card reader. All right, so the first thing we should do really is put on the diode and the resistor because those are the smallest components, and generally the smaller components are the easiest, or like it's easier to do the small components when you're building these things. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow this morning, and so yesterday it was kind of nice and warm, and things had started melting. Here we go. If we look at the PCB, there's a little stripe there, a little stripe there, and it had rained all day yesterday, and then the temperature started plummeting and it started snowing. So we have water underneath of snow, and it is a freaking nightmare out there. Everything is frozen solid. Yeah, if you have an SD card inserted, it'll show right up. So we'll show you what that looks like shortly. But there we go. So we're going to put that in. I'm going to try to avoid using the microscope today. I think we can build this thing without using the microscope. Obviously, when you're old like me, having the microscope helps see things, but this is a fairly easy kit to build. And so when I do these, I'm kind of crazy, and that I like to make sure, yeah, see my little diode is not perfectly in alignment there. So I'm going to line it, rebuild that solder, and realign that diode. Oh, that's better. That's better. That makes my brain less itchy. Jack 68K will make sure that I build it right. And so, yeah, also, I forgot to mention that in the video description, there's a link to the product page, which has links to a lot of stuff. And I think I also linked the GitHub. Okay, so we got our resistor and our diode. Okay, and then the other thing to note is that when Kay does these things, he tends to silkscreen the side that you should solder stuff to, right? And so all the stuff, all the points where there's, it's all marked up, you want to solder things on that side. So we're going to do that, put that little switch on there. Put that little switch up there like that. These little pins go up and down. Hey, Joe Williams. Welcome. Hey, Mac84 is here. Sorry, we're not working on Macs today, Steve. We're working on an Apple thing. But it's a freaking awesome Apple thing. It's like the blue SCSI of Apples. There are lots of cool emulator devices for Apples. I like this one's a good one. So we're just soldering up all of our legs. And shiny, happy solder joints. We all like our shiny, happy solder joints. All right, so that little switch is on. Good job, little switch. Okay, now these other switches. Someone should have timed me. I guess we can see how long we've been streaming. See how long this process takes. Also gonna reflow that a little bit. Make sure that we're totally seated there. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Okay. So we're all good. We're all good here. So the other big difference you'll notice here with this, the V2 versus the V1, is the number of switches. So the original V1 has one switch. This one has 4 switches. That's a lot more switch. A lot more switch for your money. Okay, there's that. Clean your tip, John. Alan Gracia, already ordered. I haven't even shown you how it works yet. All right, so these are all soldered. There we go. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is put the LED on. And so with LEDs, you'll notice if you look inside that there's like a big side and a little side. The little side's gonna be the square here. And I forget what anode and cathode are, so let's just ignore those 2 words. Those are too fancy for the BigBadBench. Big side and little side. So I'm gonna bend that. You probably don't need to bend it. You could probably make it vertical. Make up some little box to mount this guy in and make it all fancy like. Okay, there's that one. So that should be good now. We're almost there. We're getting closer. Okay, and so with this, he's got 2 rows of holes, vias for where you can solder this in. I think he typically wants us to solder in that lower row. Oh yeah, there we go. Use there. So that. Apparently there is an option to use a bigger OLED on these, but it can introduce a little bit of graphical anomalies. So this one is for the smaller OLEDs. Okay. Gotta make sure that's straight, because that'll make my brain itch. It also is gonna influence how straight our LCD is, right? So we want to spend a little extra time, make sure this one's straight. Go back here, check it again. Yep, they look good. Do the other side, one more. Check this one again. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. We already did that one. We'll do it again. You can't tell me how many times I'm going to solder a thing. I'll do it as many times as I want. Okay. So then, here's this guy, the little nub. See on the silk screen, the little nub. Again, technical words, nub, right? There we go. Again, we're gonna make sure that this is all flat up against there, that we're nice and square. We're still nice and square. Oh, we are nice and square. Yep, we're good. Okay. It's time to rapid fire. And as always, you can see the fumes coming off of here. You should make sure to have a nice little little exhaust fan set up. That's good for when you're soldering. Good safety. Good safety. We're basically soldering in a barn, so there's a lot of airflow out here. Airflow, some animals to keep me company. Not like animals that I intend to house, but animals that just kind of show up. I'm surprised one has never actually like ran across the BigBadBench on a stream. Oh, I hear gut bomb. Clean your tip, John. It's the big bad barn. That is correct, Steve. Okay, that's soldered. All of our joints look happy. Okay, so now we're going to move on to probably the trickiest part of this whole dealie, right? So these SD card slots are on their own little PCB, and Obviously we want them to mount up here like this, and they come with these bent angled ones. And so what we got to do is unbend these into submission. Hey, One Bit Fever Dreams. Hello, my friend. How are you? So I like to do a little bit at a time, and then once we get most of them, really crank on all of them. Really get up in there. 0.5. Hello, welcome to the channel. Okay, so now you can see we've made all of our pins straight. So theoretically you could unsolder these and put a little straight one on there, but this works fine. How long did that take me to do? Gut bottom's my official timer. How long was that? The other thing that I'm gonna do that I don't think is actually part of the instructions is I have some double-sided tape, and I'm gonna put a little piece of double-sided tape on that SD card slot just to help store it, stabilize it. Let's see. One Bit Fever Dreams, always with the great music references. I'm just going to take a little tiny piece of double-sided tape right there. My tape's getting a little old, so it is starting to stick to the peely away stuff. Is that official? The backing. There we go. Got to use official verbiage. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you can use automotive trim tape. That's a nice kind of double-sided tape. Oh, did I miss? Hello, Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. Sorry, I missed you earlier. Okay, so see, we're gonna line that up nice and square, and then just give it a little smush. Not too hard, because watch what happens when we push too hard. We get a little smile there. We don't want that smile to happen. We just want to give it a little bit of pressure. You can put your fingernail in there and give it a little bit more. There we go. There we go. JVHS, nobody can restrict you from asking questions, but if you ask an inappropriate question, we will delete it. Misinterpreted the rules. Yes, I-803-8606. Okay. There's that little guy. I'll give these a little snip. We don't need these poking us in the eyeballs. I don't know why our eyeballs will get that close to it, but whatever. Alright. Now we're on to our last thing. We got buttons, we got a light, and so here's our Arduino Nano, already programmed. He's already got it soldered up to a little header. I don't know if that's how it normally comes. If it does, that's a huge time saver. That's awesome. There's that. Okay, that fits in there real nice. Now it's time to do some rapid fire. me give this one a little bit more solder. There we go. That's nice. Okay. There we go. Wondering how hard it would be to modify this to work with a Mac. Like, how much more intricate is the firmware? Maybe it's the whole matter. I mean, this does support big 32 meg drive files, so I don't know. It'd be cool if we had an alternate type of Mac floppy emulator. There we go. And we're done. We're done the main thing. How long was that? Well, we're only 28 minutes in. I don't know how much time I spent talking about junk, but there we are. And so that's that. And so I did order my own OLED to put on here to try a couple different ones, but it has not come yet. But that just plugs on there like that. You need a 7-pin OLED. I think there's a certain driver that's preferred that's on these things, but apparently the 0.96 and the 1.54s tend to be okay. And so that's that. 2126. So that's a nice little build. That's a fun little build. This is for if you want to make your adapter to go, you can plug this into a normal floppy, if you have the right kind of floppy cable, hanging off like your Liron card, or if you want to wire this up internally, you can connect it directly. But if you want to connect externally, you need this little adapter board. So let me just show you how this works. Again, for these, he has the silk screen on the side that you want to attach the thing to, right? So this is going to go here, and then the other head, the 20-pin header, is going to go on this side. These little 3D printed dealies, just break that off. These pins go in from the back. This is 3D printed, but he does seem to drill these out with a drill press afterwards, and so that makes it a lot nicer, because 3D printed holes tend not to be all that great. But I also find that it can be beneficial to sort of go over this with a razor blade and then just double check that there's nothing hanging out in those holes that are gonna hang you up. Sorry, that probably doesn't sound good coming across the stream. But yeah, you just break these guys off. He put only the holes in there that you need to connect these up. Put that in there. All right, Kay, have a lovely evening. Thanks for stopping by. There you go. See? They kind of like snap in there. It's nice. It's real nice. Just pushing this like up against the blunt part of the pliers. There we go. Wow, 3 confirmed orders already. Jeez, I should ask for a commission. No, I'm honored that Kay sent me one of these to check out. That was just like totally unexpected and super cool. And thank you, Kay. You are a rock star. I love how they snap in there. It's very satisfying. I will say that, Kay has a lot of cool options on the website, so just, double check all the options when you're ready to go place your order. Make sure you're getting exactly what you want to get. Yeah, I'm excited to play with the Rominator. I have funky ROMs for my SE30s, but I've never played with a Rominator for a 2 plus, or a 512K. So that'll be cool. I got his fancier kit that has both all the different revisions of the OS. Okay, so again, we're going to stick that on that side. This can be kind of tricky to line all these up exactly, but you can get it. Oh, it also helps to put it in the right way. That'll make it easier. One thing I forgot to do here is to make sure that I lined up all those little things the same way. That makes it a lot easier when you're trying to get these in. Gonna give this a little rotate. My pliers are getting kind of janky. Oh, I squished it. Oh, that's it. I'm off the preferred list. I squished it. Actually, I guess I'm going to squish more of them. That should help us get it in there a little easier. These are for like when you're wiring up pins to the back of it, like, or wiring wires to the back of these, so you really don't need these to be all out like that anyway. Hey, Ian Scott. You get up there, you little guy. Yeah, maybe this is the trickiest bit of the whole dealie, getting them all lined up. Make sure when you do this to align all of those the same way when you go pop them in there. Otherwise, yeah, they can be a little finicky. That one was totally on me for forgetting that step. It's been a while since I did this. Got like one of them that's like totally fighting me. Get up there. You be good. You be good. There we go. Now we're in. There we go. That's better. That is better. Now, before I mess this up, I'm gonna make sure that we're all pushed in similarly. There we go. Boop. You do kind of want to try to be quick with the solder on these, since it is a 3D printed dealie. You can melt them, and then that can sort of make your pins get all wonky. Out of alignment, I mean. But we're looking pretty good. We're looking all right so far. Yeah, I just wanted to double check to make sure I got all the pins in the hole. That is something that you definitely do not want to have to try to unsolder. There you go. All right, so there's all those. Normally he would give you another one of these little shields to go around there. This was sort of a rushed order. Nope, not that one. Let's see if we have any of these. We can make our own array of pins. Yeah, let's do a yellow one. I think one of the OLEDs that I got for this is gonna be yellow. So let's do a yellow one. Match our OLED. Okay, I thought you were going to bed. We'll just use this. Actually, let's use the wire. That would be the smartest way to do it. All right, so Gutbomb said 1013 on the connector. Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing on all this to do correctly. So I just put solder on one and then just reseated it. And now we'll go back. It's all wacky. It's getting out of control. Get a couple pins fully soldered. And then we can take that off. And now they're all nice and aligned. And we can do rapid fire. That one needs a little bit more. Let's get you a little bit more solder in there. There you go. Kill it with solder. Kill it with solder. Oh. I hate 0386SXs. Doing the gut bomb. And that one doesn't have enough solder in my opinion. So let's glob them up. These are connectors. Glob them up. There we go. And we're done. 44 minutes in to the entire stream. Okay. Cool. So we gotta check. This is the one I just built. So we're gonna have to see if this works. So we're gonna put that one on like that. Put that one on like that. This is the one he built, so we'll set that aside. There's our old one. This is actually the power supply from the new Apple IIc. I should call it my Apple IIc because it's pretty nasty. But just always double check your voltages look okay. And so basically that. One of these, I forget which side is positive and which is negative, but it should be like 15 volts-ish. Yeah, so we're good. So it's these two pins and these two pins. So one side is the plus and one side is the minus. I forget which one is which, but okay. So let's start with a working Apple IIc. We know this one is good. Okay, so again, we have our, this is just a regular floppy cable for a Macintosh that's connecting the two. And let's, oh, like a glove, look at that. That went in nice. Got our power supply in. There we go. Let's connect up a thing. Oh, right, I gotta show you what the, it's okay. No worries, Kay. Let me show you what we're dealing with on the SD card. Oh, don't do that. Look away. Look away. Okay. So this is my SD card that has all the stuff. And actually right now I'm going to delete this. I'm going to get rid of that config.txt file. So the config.txt file you can do yourself to figure out which things you want to boot up. And so the V2 should accept HDV files, it should accept 2MG files, it should accept .po files. And so you can slap them all in here. If you remember with the old one, it was, well, at least the first revision of the firmware. It was like part 1.po, part 2.po, and so it would sort of choose what to boot based off of that, and then you could switch which ones you wanted to do based off of the little eject or swap button. And so for this, you can just flop all your files in there to begin, and then we're gonna eject that. Okay, now we'll come back to here. I'm gonna take this. There are some oddities about the Apple II desktop, and so just keep that in mind. There's a README somewhere that I gotta find and make a better note that I totally didn't read. So let's plug this guy in there. All right, so is this gonna work? There we go. Okay, and so again, sorry for my screen flickering here. That is totally not something you see in person. And so you can see this little menu here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so basically that's gonna define which drive images you're gonna put in each spot. And so here you can see all those files that I just showed you on the drive. And so we're gonna start with the Apple II desktop. That, and then let's do disk 2. And then, so you're hitting enter, you're using the arrows to move around. Disk 3, and then we're gonna go here, and then let's go to total replay on that one. All right, so that's all set now, and we're gonna shut that off and then reboot in a few seconds. And I'm really upset that my new screens didn't come in. I really would have liked to try a few different screens on this for the stream, but we're gonna have to revisit this anyway because there's way cooler features that I want to get into, and I just don't have time today to do all of it. Oh, I forgot to turn on the TV. Potato Cam should not have flickering, that's true. Oh, look at that, we're already booted to the Apple II desktop. Again, my composite is pretty terrible here. And also I don't have a mouse that's currently working. And so look, you can do things. Oh, look, can we go to total replay within? No, that just made it. That just... yeah, that just made us want to edit. But how cool is that, right? So yeah, this is a regular FAT32 formatted drive. Booted right up. Super fun, super easy. So let's go back to here. I don't think I can use Potato Cam to show you this. All right, so let's go back. We're gonna go to that one. Oops, no, I did a thing wrong. All right, so I messed up. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to our total replay. And then now, since that's in the first slot, we're going to total replay. So, you know, this is functionality that you could do with the old one, but you kind of had to do it blindly because you had your 4 files and you sort of switched through them with the eject button. But this, you can actually see it. Supposedly the performance is faster too, which is super cool. But we'll have to play with that in the future. Again, I want to connect this up to my 2GS. I was actually playing with my 2GS this week, and so I have it connected to a lot of things right now, and I couldn't unplug it. And so, yeah. But anyway, so that's awesome. So there we go. We're in our daily. How freaking easy is that to connect and do stuff with? Okay, let's try our Apple IIe or 2C. See what we got. See if that one works. I guess we should zoom out a little bit. Let's look at the colors again. Zoop. Okay. Here's mine, which is actually pretty yellow and needs to be retrobraided. Here is the ew one. Look at that. Look at that coloration. Oh, this is nasty. I should be wearing gloves. Oh man, Gut Bomb is probably freaking out that I'm touching this thing. Wait till you see the monitor. Yes, it's an Apple IIc. Need our composite wire. Whoa, I'm gonna fall. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Composite. This doesn't feel good. I probably should have deoxided it. Let's deoxid it. I think I felt it wiggle. Oh, that's better. Oof. Yeah, no, there's something wrong there. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it powered up. Hey, Drake, how are you, man? Long time no see. Oh, look at that, it works. I think, oh yeah, no, this isn't great, but hey. Oof. There we go. I think that might need some soldering. But it's working, so we'll take it. Let's see what we got for the keyboard. Does that work? Oh yeah. Sort of. Oh, it's not giving me Zaxxon because I don't have a joystick plugged in. I just found my childhood Gravis joystick, and look at this. The foam is still intact. I was expecting that to be rotted. Let's check. Oh yeah, deoxit your driveway. I'm sure that'll help get you out of the snow. Okay, we got our joystick now. Let's go to Zaxxon. The keyboard is a little something. It's a little, ugh. Oh, let's go back to here. All right, let's see how it boots up Zaxxon. Oh man, this is wiggly. It's wiggly all over the place. This is pretty quick. I think this is actually quicker than the V1. Player 1. Pew, pew. All right. Go, little Apple IIc. Oh, look at me. I'm shooting stuff. Oh, I ran into a thing. Cool. Yeah, a little bit of video artifacts. All right, cool. Should we try out the monitor that came with it? How dare you? How dare you, i80386SX? Bust on my TV. Oh, that's harsh, bud. This was Micro Center. Don't you do that to me. So check this out. This was the coolest thing that came with this Apple IIc. I was so excited when I saw this in the box. This is something that might actually get 1-bit fever dreams excited. But then my excitement was it dwindled after I opened it. So that's, oh, it's got the little mappy dealy thing, whatever. What is this? We got a poster. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. But it didn't have the actual floppy. But you know what? That doesn't matter because we have a Smartport to SD. So this is pretty cool. I was super excited that it came with the box. Here's the other thing it came with. Ugh. This little guy. Oh, let's zoom out so you can see. The coloration matches the 2C itself. You can see where it had been sitting. Slightly askew. There you go. It's in reasonably good condition aside from it being yellow. But let's see if it catches fire when we plug it in, because that's the most important bit, right? We might get hantavirus from the cable. We might get hantavirus from the cable. Well, I might get hantavirus from the cable. You all are lucky to be out there. So my other Apple IIc came with the color monitor, the composite color monitor for these. This one's the green one. Oof, that is sticky, yo. Okay. Gut bomb caught Ebola from the cable. All right, let's do this. And of course, you know, I normally say don't ever plug things in and power them on without popping them apart first, but meh, this is fine. Okay, there you go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Don't hear anything. Turn this on. So we got oof, that pot is not moving at all. So our thing is on. Nope, not that. Let's see, III DIY cam, where'd you go? There you are. So you can't see this super clear, but our power LED is on, but we got nothing on screen. So this guy's dead. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, there we go. So this will be a project someday. Ooh. Let me show you something here. Man. Oh. Now the composite jack is fine, but look at this. So this didn't really want to turn. We just got to deoxit that. But look at the coloration difference there on that wheelie. It's not dead, it's just injured. I love it. So there you go. Look how cute these monitors are. They're so tiny and cute. But anyway, so this will be a April Apples project, I think. Cool. Thank you, Callan. that's a good place to look. I haven't totally looked at, oh, that's on still. Oops. There's that. Oh, there's a floppy disk in here. Oof, and it was in the wrong way. Oh God. So the floppy disks are supposed to go this way. It was in that way. This is Family Feud. There we go. I wonder if it'll boot. Ugh, that's kind of gross. What the heck? Let's try it. Let's get silly and try it. Oh, look at that. It's going. Wow. Beautiful color. Yeah, this whole thing needs to be taken apart. Do the number of families. Wow, this is going to be intense. So I think we're going to come back to this machine during April Apples and do a full restoration on it. But I just wanted to check it and see what happened. And so it you know, Apple IIcs tend to be pretty durable. There can be some memory issues, but for the most part, they seem pretty good. I can't believe that floppy drive, that disk still works after being inserted like that. That is funny. Did I leave one inserted in my other one? No, there's none in my other one. Okay, folks. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Again, super cool, awesome device. This was, I think, $30 when it first came out. This, like this little part of it, when you buy this as a kit, $32. Just incredible value for the money. Super awesome device. I can't thank Kay enough for sending that to me to check out. I'm kind of honored since he basically just released it. Well, he released it yesterday in Japan, which is today here in the United States. And so, yeah, you know, if you get one of these and you're playing around with it, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these. And yeah, have fun. This is so awesome. Oh, Rudy, you are here too late. But yeah, so we built this guy up. We tested it out a little bit. And so we'll return to this. I really want to try this out in the Apple IIgs and see what you get. And so there is improved flexibility with the older version with newer firmware. I haven't updated my firmware yet with different drive types. But basically with this, you can use the .po, the .2mg, the .hdv, and it should work pretty great. So yeah, I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like button. I appreciate every like. I appreciate y'all just hanging out and doing the thing. But yeah, have a lovely week, y'all, and make sure to check out Dave's Vintage Apple Tech tomorrow. And I think Tech Ambrosia is planning on streaming tonight for her hardware stream. Bye, y'all.